Hello, it's Justice speaking, and today I'll be doing my first ever tier video. In this video, I'll explain in my own sort of what if Fresh TV made a total drama party game, and which contestant might be playable. Well, let's dive in and find out. First of all, the rules are I will list some based on the probability, based on fan favoritism, and maybe some of Fresh TV's decision about these characters. And of course, some of my own opinions too, under yes, maybe, or no. And to get things started, we'll start from first cherish and so on. First contestant, we have Ezekiel, who has a big fan base. But sadly, Fresh TV normally wouldn't want to bring Ezekiel to go as further as than just being the first one be eliminated as a cruel joke and being turned a feral beast and all. But hey, since people like Ezekiel, why not give him a second chance? By being as a playable character in the Total Drama video game, where if people can play as him, they can make him the winner. Like, what do you think of that, folks? Well, and as a result, we have for our next contestant, like, certainly under maybe, we have the master of holding grudges within Total Drama, Eva. And boy, is she kind of scary when she holds a grudge on somebody, especially Bridget. Ooh. Then for our second contestant, under maybe, we have handsome guy Justin, for which he may be handsome, but at least he got a better chance in action as a villain for the first half of Total Drama action before Courtney takes over the role. And just pushing him aside like he was nothing. Under yes, we have the snarky know-it-all, Noah. Along with his best buddy, Owen, made up of the reality TV pros Redunculous Race, and Owen being the finalist of Total Drama Island, and possibly the most canonical winner of all Total Drama. As he says himself, he did win, somehow. Under no, we have like a package of two, made up of Katie and Sadie, due to unpopularity. Sorry, girls, you'll never get a chance to shine unless you're popular. And especially sorry to people who are fans of these characters. Then we have Trent. I just put a note because I don't know what other purpose you could give to Trent. Like, it's just a puzzler, that one. Because of the derailment of Total Drama action and all. Well, anyway. Under yes, we have Easy. The nutty contestant, and he always goes by different names, such as E-Scope, which is kind of funny, by the way. And she had a thing for Owen for a while to World Tour. which is pretty sad. Also kind of touching too. Even if Izzy does constantly hurt to him various ways, like kick you in the kiwis. Kind of humorous when you think about it. Yes, we have Cody for being involved with Total Drama, as well as being a good competitor. He went as far as being in the final 3 in World Tour. Like, wouldn't you know it? He's pretty. He's surely upped his game since Total Drama Island. Next for under no, we have the lovable DJ. He shouldn't suffer. He just can't put him in the game because he suffered too much. Even with the whole mummified dog Egyptian cursing that would have cursed the whole of Team Victory, along with Alejandro's sneakiness. Maybe because it's Tyler, due to his, somewhat unpopularity, but at the same time, he's a good player, a real athlete, and a funny guy that often gets hurt. Saying silly things like, "Why is the purple meatball playing the piano?" Then we have Beth because, she went pretty far into the game. In Total Drama Action, that is. Plus, she was in Total Drama Rama too. And that's good enough for me. Despite her popularity. Then we have her best friend, Lindsay. And Christian Potenza's favorite contestant, as in the voice of Chris McLean himself. He even would wish for her to go further. But her voice actress was really busy doing another job, so she just couldn't be like a finalist. Which is too bad. But maybe when she's a playable character, people can just play as her and just win. Next on the list, we have Courtney for being such a good player. Despite her type A attitude and the whole boyfriend kisser bit, which to me it's very sickening. Very sickening. Then we have Gwen, finalist of Island, pretty popular character, despite being among the most tortured of them all, having to lose her boyfriend Trent in action, being called boy kisser, and being called a villain by Chris. Such a shame. Next, we have Harold, master of mad skills, and a pretty cool funny guy at that. Constantly getting picked on by his own nemesis, Duncan, in the bad boy of Total Drama. Such a cool dude, nonetheless. Then we have Mean Queen Heather herself. Despite being absolutely mean in the first season, she was able to give me respect by the second season, because everybody knows how mean she can get. Like, seriously. Next, we have a hostess who would have been as well, could be considered a more meaner person than Chris could ever be. Blatantly. Let's look at what she did to Bridget and Jeff and World Tour in the Aftermath show. It's like, now, that's as sickening as the whole boy kisser thing, too. Under maybe, we have Sierra for being a good competitor, though really crazy. If Heather thinks that Courtney is Easy 2.0, she better think again, cause Sierra should be the new Easy for being crazy for Cody, to the point of creepiness too. Next for our list, we have Bridget, the surfer dudette, who's rather underrated. Let's give her another chance. Then we have Alejandro, the Spanish Heather, who is above all the best villain you can ever compete against in total drama history. Next up, we have Lashana for being such a cool sassy queen with attitude. Like a real kick butt attitude is, you know what I mean? And then we have the let's see who we have here. I guess that's it for Total Drama Island's generation. Next we have Generation 2. And for Under No, we have Stacy for being Miss Chatterbox. Then we just have Then we have Anne Maria, who is just too much of a sassy pants, if you ask me. Next, we have Zoe for being a good competitor, and not too many people just like her. And we have Mike, for just similar reasons. Plus, they do make almost as much of a couple as Survivors Rob and Amber. Then we have Brick, who needs to come back because he's a good competitor, a real soldier, if I might add. Then we have Joe, who's pretty much as much of an equal, by being super fit and more willing to take on any challenges, even if they do get painful. Then we have Cameron, who may be considered weakly, but what he lacks in strength and physical, and being able to take any pain, but he does make up for it with real brains. Which leads to his own nemesis, Lightning, his polar opposite, lacking any brains but real strength, plus his appearance from Total Drama Rama. Next character that should be on the tier list should be Scott. A real sneaky snook if I ever know one in Total Drama. Being able to steal things just out of survival. Plus, he was able to blame both Bee and Dawn and was never caught. But at least he got what's coming to him. But it didn't mean to get punished severely as much as being put in a machine. And then we have... Let's see what we have here. Yes, Silent Be under no. Too silent. And for Dawn, maybe. Because people just liked her. So she could at least be given another chance. For no, I would just pick Shin because he was a poor choice to be in Total Drama All-Stars when you think about it. Even though, for the next contest you have Dakota, because even though she's not much of a player originally, but as Dakota Zoid, she's a whole different story. A mutated contestant. Like, who wouldn't want to play anybody who is essentially not exactly human? Uncanny Valley stuff. Like being able to play as a mutant amongst a cast of human characters. And as for well, that's pretty much everybody in Generation 2. So let's go on to Generation number 3. And for that, I will simply pick out Rodney. Well, because he's a good competitor, but could use a bit of expression, but like if you just bear me, he was supposed to be under maybe, but that's just a little mistake. Then we have Arnett. Then we have Fairy Tale Princess Ella. Appears to be a good character, a good caricature Disney. Well, not as much as what shows like The Simpsons had done. As well as her main, opposite, Sugar, pageant queen who just simply hates anybody who acts as, competition. And then we have Sky, quintessential Olympian who wants to live a kind of dream that her sister tried to take for ribbon dancing. But unfortunately for Dave, he's a no-no for going all psycho after the whole my boyfriend Keith thing. But to make up for this, we have mad scientist wannabe Max for just being super funny. Like, even Sugar finds him funny. And next, under no, we just put in Scarlet just because she's super creepy. Just look at those eyes. They tell me I'm pretty scary, and I mean it. Whoa. Anyway, next we have Aussie contestant Jasmine, cause she's pretty cool. And we have Sean, zombie believer who trains herself to be fullest, but never really accepts the idea of trusting other people for fear of having other people turn to zombies. And under the no list, we have we have have Sammy and her sister, Amy, because the whole mean sister thing. That's harsh. And then we have Leonard, too delusional. Beardo, too annoying with all these noises. Well, that's pretty much it for everybody in Pokatu Island. So let's go on to the final season. Well, the most current one, on which is a reboot of sorts. But for those people who haven't seen the show due to leaks, I would say, if you want to avoid any spoilers, I suggest you stop right here. If you want to keep watching, let's dive in. First on the list is Priya, a contestant who was trained all her life by her parents to be on Teledrama in case of a reboot such as this. Which she's there. Well, some people could say they're abusive, and with good reason, because perhaps many sports people have parents who just teach them to play sports because they could never win anything at all. And would do fan favorite of Total Drama Island reboot, Julia, for being able to make everyone believe she's just the influencer when actually she's just the new mean girl. Then we have Bowie, Total Drama's first openly homosexual contestant, and a good Alejandro constructed villain too. And like he would say, he's here for the crown. That's it. And next, we have the Hockey Bros, Wayne and Raj, who are pretty funny, and as Canadian as you can get them on Total Drama contestants. And for maybe, you have Damien. For on the one hand, he's smart and would use his brains to compete. But on the other hand, he actually would get scared of the competition because he didn't know how dangerous Total Drama could be until it is too late. Next we have XO because, well, she's a good competitor. I think she's got potential. And we'll just get rid of her because he's too gross for anybody. Next is the double package of Emma and Chase because nobody really likes them. And next we have is Z, cause he's so cool, like mildly cool. And then we have let's see what we have here. Maybe Caleb, because we don't know who he really is as a person yet. But thankfully, with the next season of Total Drama, well, we shall see who he really is. Then we have Scary Girl, good for a few jokes, and being being as psychotic as Harley Quinn, if not more. And next we have Nichelle LaDonna, as she could do better next time. Then we have MK, who's pretty much light. Yeah, but but pretty much just a petty thief, nonetheless. A sarcastic, petty thief. And that's everybody. So you see, if you actually make like a party game for Total Drama, there's a lot of contestants that Fresh TV could choose from. I know I would wish for something like this to happen, but on the other hand, as party games go, you can't really use like all the characters that make a significant impact to a show. Even SpongeBob and The Simpsons have that sort of thing too. So it's best that we hope for the best and hope our absolute favorites will be a playable character, because why not? Why not? And we must always remember that when you wish for more licensed like shows to become games that are meant for multiplayers, you should always hope for your favorite characters to play as. And you just, in making them win, would relive some of your greatest fantasies. You could wish in a character. Justin out.